All right, folks, we are back with another self-review. This one was Cassidy, obviously, on Suravasa, and I don't think I've done a self-review on Suravasa on Cassidy yet. I did one on Ash, I believe, but we haven't had a cast VOD in a while, so I wanted to change things up briefly. It is currently 8 in the morning. I have to go to work in an hour, so we're going to try to kind of fly through this a little bit as much as I can. I played this game a few days ago. It was a pretty close game. It looked like we were going to lose for a while, so I thought this might be a good VOD to review. I mean, even if we had lost, it still would have been a good VOD. And then, what was the other thing I was going to mention? Yeah, I don't actually know. So, oh yeah, wait. We finished placements. I finished my placements. I went 8 and 2. And we ended up placing Masters 2, which is, I think, where we finished basically last season. So not too shabby, and we'll see as I continue to play as I have time over the season, and we'll see how things go and where I end up. But this is a Masters game, and let's just continue. Let's go. Come on. I've got time. Let's go. Let's go. I'm 10. F10. So if you remember my last VOD review of myself, I was commenting on, how I just really feel like I struggle when I play with dive tanks like a ball, especially a ball, because they're so hypermobile that they're never main. And I think I need to refine that statement a little bit to I struggle with dive tanks on maps that are so linear, like payload maps. Especially because payload maps are OG Overwatch maps, right? They were in the game from the beginning of Overwatch, and when things were very different, and because of that, we've seen a shift from these linear types of maps to maps like Suravasa, where we have a bunch of different angles, a bunch of different pathings. There's just tons and tons of different ways to go and things to do. Whereas on payload maps, they're a lot more linear. The cart is going to follow that main primary path, and you typically have a left lane and a right lane, and not really a whole lot of opportunity to switch between any of these lanes really quickly. But on our control map, our new control maps, and our new flashpoint maps, and new push maps, and all that good stuff, there are a lot more opportunities than you would see on a payload map. So I think that's really where I kind of get hung up a little bit, because on a map like this, I don't like, there's just a million different places to go and a million different things to do. So it doesn't really bother me quite as much if I don't have a main frontline presence to play off of. So we'll see. We'll see how we do this game. I always like starting off left side here. It's just, I've talked about this before, but this is one of the instances where, yeah, I guess I could have gone this way, but at the same time, like, what am I going to see over here? In order to be part of the fight, I would have to drop down here and then come this way. But the problem with doing that is, for whatever reason, these boxes get broken, then I don't have a rotation back. I'm just stuck and I die over here, right? So coming to this angle as someone like Ash is okay if maybe you have, the opportunity to do something over here. It's always a guess. It's always a gamble. Most of the time, most teams are going to rotate through here and just try to take this point presence and sit right here and fight from this position. But not every time. And especially with the queen, right? Like, they have a queen. Now, I didn't know that, but like, this queen is probably not going to want to just funnel through here because she's going to get poked out, and a lot of heroes can counter her at that range. So why would she ever rotate through there? She's going to take the same angle that, most close range tanks or medium close range tanks would want to take, which is this angle. So it makes sense that the queen is going this way, and of course she's got her team behind her. So yeah, like, coming over here would have been a gamble, and I would have lost the gamble. So anyways, I don't even really like starting over here anyways. I prefer to walk left because I do get an angle on anything happening over here, as well as control left lane. Now my soldier's already here, which is why we're not stacking with soldier at the moment. But I hear soldier call out they have a widow, so now I'm really scared. And she's dead, which is nice. So now we can swing for free, essentially. Don't have to worry about the widow. Yeah, that's fine, obviously. Barely escaped that queen. Nothing wrong with that. So far, so good. Maybe I stay on this angle, even though this is something that I'm still trying to work on and still trying to figure out. Because you see how I'm rotating here? Like, this is okay, but why not just stay here and wait and be patient and then deepen, you know? Like, yeah, if I can be more active in the fight right now by unswinging my angle and defaulting with my soldier here, but if I'm just patient and I make sure that I can have this rotation over here, then I'm going to get more value overall, provided I can actually hit my shots, potentially, if I come that way. So, I don't know, this might be a mistake. This might be a mistake. A little low on the crosshair placement there.
Keep it up, soldier.
And keep going, keep going. Yeah. Sure. I think I was okay with not hiding behind a wall for that knife pull because I knew where the rest of their team was and nobody was in a position to shoot me, and that the knife pull was just going to take me to cover anyway. Now, even so, like, I probably should just stay behind the wall because there's no point in me being allowed to be pulled out here anyway. So I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so state of affairs. Queen just got rezzed, and we are down our Juno, which is why we're backing up here, because we know where the queen died and where the queen got rezzed. So if she decides to shout and walk around the corner, you can see all of us make this same decision. As soon as this res goes off, well, my Mizuki kind of didn't get the memo, but me and my soldier were thinking the same thing. It's like we just don't want to hold that with the queen so close again. Okay, so I'm stationed left lane, watching this angle. Now, I could walk up over here. I could, but I just want to point out that this queen, we know, just got rezzed and hasn't made a decision on the angle yet. So if I walk up here, I'm essentially taking a 1v5 if I'm not really hyper careful, because this queen can still turn around and walk this way and the rest of their team is still here. So playing conservatively here and just waiting to see if somebody walks around this corner, I think is okay. But I also want to make that play that I had mentioned on the last team fight, where we are looking to deepen and go on a flank here, because my soldier's holding main. Now, soldier typically should be the one on the flank. You know, he just has that mobility, you know, and that's just how soldiers kind of play: long range, long, far distant angles, flanks, stuff like that. That's what makes a really annoying, pesky soldier. So it's more so my job to kind of control main. But if my soldier's going to stand over there, then sure, like, why not? Like, let's go do something ourselves. And he dies, unfortunately. So, soldier dies, Mizuki dies. Yeah, that's just fine. I mean, we were down 2. I was holding an angle. Not really a whole lot I can do about my soldier getting 2-shot here. And then also, where did this guy die? Oh, he dies all the way over there. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing over there, but okay, this is okay.
Get in there. Don't let him take the ball.
Okay, this is fine. Just a regroup here. If my soldier doesn't die there, and obviously my Mizuki, but I guess soldier was the first to die, then we probably could have made a play, but there's obviously not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do. If my soldier's dead, then my support goes down, and it's just my ball. Like, no, there's nothing to do, so I think this is an okay rotation and decision here. There goes my soldier again. Sucks. Alright. See what I'm doing? Kind of watching my ball, observing where he's going, trying to time this engagement, because I know where ball is, right? He's by stairs and he's going to want to come up through here, probably roll through. And my objective is, it sucks that we're down our soldier. I was trying to wait a little bit, but my ball is now saying group up, which obviously we're not going to group up with him. But I think in my head, what that means is, okay, my ball is saying that he wants us to time this engagement with him. So it's like, well, okay, well, my soldier's down, and I guess we're not waiting for him to come back. So I'm going to go. Juno reads this as well, which is why she speed rings, because we're just trying to time this to be an engage from both sides, right? We're trying to pinch them. And nobody's in voice, by the way. I never join voice comms ever. I don't talk to people ever. I don't have text open. I don't join voice. Like, the only time I'll ever join voice is if I'm playing with friends, and I'll only stay in group chat. So this is all, coordinated non-verbally. Like, this is just, good team cohesion here. So we have good team chemistry, good team cohesion. See the crosshair placement? Just as simple as that, right? Barely had to move, and then there it is. I didn't have, you just see it. I didn't have to move my mouse vertically almost at all. It's slightly low. But I think even if I didn't have to make that tiny vertical adjustment there, I think it's still a headshot.
It's high noon.
Yeah, I think that's okay. I probably could have popped this a little bit earlier. I probably could have swung this corner. And right as I see this right here with nobody close to me whatsoever, I think I'm safe to pop noon. But I also think it's okay that I wait for ball to make his play, because they're currently all distracted by ball. And then as soon as they're worried about ball and mines and ball slam and all distracted by that, and queen uses shout looking at the ball to get away from ball, like, all these things are happening at once. So I think this is also an acceptable time. It would be either swing right as soon as you get oh my gosh. It's pop all as soon as you swing the corner and see nobody's really close to you with your ball about to engage. Now that's a key element, right? If ball was not about to engage and I swing this corner and I ult, it's not going to do anything for me. Like, noon here, like right now, if imagine ball was not there, right? It would just be me. It would just be me with an ult. So one of two things would happen, most likely. They would either shout and all kite, or they would shout and engage and just kill me. But because there's another player that they have to worry about who has their attention and is distracting them, a noon right now would be okay, because they don't know what the heck is going on. They're confused, they're scared, like, it wouldn't just be, oh, we can just hide from Cassidy or kill the Cassidy, because now they have to worry about a ball as well. So hopefully that makes sense. I don't know what that flash was, by the way, but
Tactical visor activated.
I don't know why we're holding W here. I guess it's okay. Yeah, nice. Hey, whenever that was a nice reaction, I guess. Alright. Let's back up. Sucks for that Ashe. Sucks for that Ashe. It was a good attempt from her. Yeah, so obviously we do not want to be taking a 2v1. This Ashe is lethal. She's already demonstrated that she's, pretty decent. Killed my soldier a couple times at least, my Mizuki. So, it's not really an engagement I want to take. And with Mercy Pocket, definitely not. So trying to be really respectful of this Ashe. Now my Juno obviously just says, come to me for healing. I'm not stupid. Like, no, if I walk around this corner right now, like, I'm so screwed. So I don't know why this Juno wants me to come to her for healing. I'm fine. I'm being patient. I'm respecting the space. I'm using my ears. I'm listening. I'm waiting. If I'm going to get pushed, I'm going to keep going back. I'm going to keep going back, because I just don't want to take a 2v1 against an Ashe with a Mercy Pocket. That's just not what I want to do. But we're also looking at ball here, and so I'm a little tiny bit slightly late to recognize what ball is doing, so we're slightly late to this rotation. He does open up an opportunity for me to walk a little bit forward here, and I think this is okay. But I misread, I think, what ball is doing. I thought he was going to continue engaging, and instead he just backs out and goes back to point. So now, hey, what are we looking at here? Well, we're looking at a situation that could have happened if on that last fight with Noon if ball wasn't there, right? So this is exactly what happens if you're engaging as a DPS and you're on a strong angle or a flank or something, but there's nothing else going on. Like what is their team doing now? Now that ball's out, they don't have anything to worry about. Hey, guess what? Like, what else are they going to do right now? It's a 3-4v1 because there's nothing else to do, right? So yeah, I kind of read the situation a little bit wrong and hyperextended. And then the roll is, okay, but really my only opportunity for safety would be to come to the left side here because I just can't make it back in time, back through here, and I die. So really, this was a bad read by me on what my ball was doing. And then secondly, a bad decision on my disengage when as soon as I see this, as soon as I see my ball like roll down over here, it's okay to still be here, but the play should probably be to tuck in through here or walk up and tuck in through here, something that offers a little bit more cover. But instead, I read it all poorly, I get the timing wrong, I get everything wrong, and I just back up and expose myself for way too long, and I die for it. So it's definitely a mistake. Twofold mistake. Okay, patience. This is always so spooky because I didn't know who was around this corner. So you'll see me be a little bit patient here, kind of jiggling around the corners, trying to check each angle as I see them. So what do I mean by that? Let's take a look. So first, I check this angle. Well, technically, there's one angle before that I checked, right? It's this angle. I'm looking down here first, don't see anything. So then we're swinging this angle. And then, okay, don't see anything. Now we're exposing ourselves a little bit more, looking at this angle. Okay, don't see anything. Now we're looking up here. Okay. And we finally see something. So I'm being very cautious in my approach to swing this angle. So notice that I'm not just walking out and just going, I'm here now, because I don't know what's happening. I don't know the situation. I don't know where their team is positioned. So I'm being cautious, right? So I see this sometimes in my students who will just wide swing an angle without any rhyme or reason, without any information. They'll just walk all the way out, and then they get punished for it because they didn't know that somebody was right here. They didn't know somebody was over here. They didn't know somebody was down here, right? And they didn't get that information before they decided to make a wide swing. So that's what I'm doing there when I kind of jiggle around the corner. Yep, obviously that's just not something I want to take, right? Why are we rolling here? Why are we just deciding to disengage like this? Why are we playing really scared? Well, because as far as I know, this Ashe still has dynamite. So if she throws dynamite into this room right here, right now, and detonates it, I'm dead. So I need to get out of that room as fast as I possibly can because I don't want to be subject to that dynamite. And that sucks for my soldier. As you can see, this Ashe is very lethal, so certainly at her range, it's just not a duel I want to take. Now, my ball is in Lean Mines, and I don't think that's a really good play from my ball because obviously nobody is in a position to do anything. But because he is in and deep that far and uses deep that far, because he is so deep and in that far, we need to do something. So we're walking forward here. I'm going on a rotation on a little flank. My ball's out. Now he's starting to look. So why did I choose this time to peek around the corner? Because I see my ball leave his ball form and start shooting. So that's our cue to go because we know he's shooting at something. and that person is probably shooting at him. So we swing this. I had no idea the cast was there. So could I have known the cast was there? Yeah, I can hear him. I was too tunnel visioned on this Ashe. We unfortunately react in time to make the Cassidy's life a little bit harder, but I got caught completely off guard here. Had a very reactive play, and as a result, end up dying, right? Doesn't help that my ball kind of screws me with that there, but I'm pretty sure I'm dead either way, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's keep going.
Let me kill you. Flashpoint temple.
So, ball is now main. Where do we rotate? We take an angle. Why this angle? Well, I don't want to just stand here and wait for them to all walk and take a bunch of space, right? Like, ball is up there doing stuff, so I'm going to trust that my ball holds their attention up there for long enough for me to maybe be effective over here. The other thing I'm thinking right now is I see my Juno up here. And by the way, I was streaming this when I played it, and I said out loud that I don't want my Juno to die to Ashe, because she is in a really hyper extended no cover position where this Ashe just has to swing with her mercy pocket and this Juno is cooked. So I want to be over with my Juno to help her and give this Ashe a little bit of a harder time, preferably, so that she doesn't just immediately smoke my Juno, which is the other reason I'm rotating over here. As you can see, my target is just this Ashe because I don't want her to do anything because she's strong. But we lose her ball, so need to back up. Respect the diva, give her space. Now this rotation is spooky. It's spooky. My ball is still dead, right? Or he's respawning or something. He's coming back. Yeah, he's coming back. I am going hyper far forward. I'm not really sure I like this rotation, to be honest. I'm fine with coming over here, but I think if their team was paying a little bit more attention, I'm just immediately dead. Like, I know they all leave, but look at me in relation to the rest of my team right now. Like, this is terrifying. This is terrifying. So what I think I would have preferred to see for myself is, yeah, okay, fine. Like, sure, go over there, but let's, instead of walking this way, let's back up and walk either through here, maybe get an angle up here and then make a decision, or continue deep in the rotation, come all the way over here first. So just so I'm not exposing myself to anything in the meantime, you know, on that rotation, and not allowing them to see me. Like, they see me now. They know I'm over here. And so the difference between being here versus here is actually pretty big. It's big. This is a full roll away for Cassidy. And so it might matter. It might mean life or death. And you see immediately, I'm just like, I just gotta disengage. Like, there's nothing I can do. You know, like, and I barely escape. And this Juno keeps spamming, come to me for healing. It's so funny to me. It's so funny. Like, what do you want me to do, Juno? Like, where do you want me to go? I'm just playing, I'm doing my own thing because my soldier is, you know, playing main again, which is fine. That's what he wants to do. Let's take a look at this real quick. Why do I swing this when I do? Because my ball is up in the air about to slam. So I time this engagement with my ball slam, and we pick the Ashe because of it. Everybody on the team coordinated with the ball. Soldier looked at ball. I looked at ball. My Wu Yang was there to support my ball. The only person who wasn't really was my Juno, because my Juno really wants to go to point, but whatever. It's fine. But it's just, you know, good team chemistry. Now, I don't know if I should have died here. I think I probably should have, because does this Juno Diva, does this Diva have boosters? I think she probably does. She sure does. So I'm not really sure what she was thinking when she sees this and knows that this is happening and decides not to go for me. So I think I kind of lucked out a little bit here, to be honest. That's fine. And then we're walking forward when I probably should just stay right here. I don't know, maybe she thinks it's just not worth it because yes, she would probably kill me, but it would take her out of the fight for long enough that my team could probably win without the Diva. So you can see this Diva's just kind of checking it out, seeing where I'm going, but then just goes to help her team. I don't know. I think the play for Diva would have just been to kill me because they were already down one. They needed a trade, and yeah, it would have taken her out of the fight and been a little bit of expenses for her. She would have had to boost her, then wait for her boosters to come back before she could come back to the fight. And by that point, we may have won. So maybe I play this okay. Maybe, you know, sacrificing my life there is okay. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it could have gone either way, and it probably had the same result. Because I'm also out of the fight as well, by the way. This rotation is taking me out of the fight because I can't stay here. I have to leave. So by Diva just being here, she's forcing this rotation from me, which takes me out of the fight. So I don't know. Maybe it's probably like a net zero, you know? Okay, what are we waiting for as we turn this corner? Information. If you were watching the stream, at this point I said I'm waiting to hear Diva boosters. There she goes. She's boostering, so I feel comfortable dropping and closing the distance. My ball has engaged as well. Now it sucks that he dies, but that's why we're walking forward here. And then we continue walking forward. Like, what am I doing, man?
Tactical visor activated.
Soldier's hitting a nice ult from main, so I know people are distracted based on Soldier being over there and ulting and whatnot. But why, like, why go on this the rotation? Like, why not just stay here, take the shots on the Cassidy, and rotate in here? Slightly better, not much better, but it is better. It's cover, right? Instead of just walking forward. It makes a difference, and I would have seen that Bob. You know, I would have seen the Bob. And, you know, I probably die because I don't make the rotation in here. Instead, I walk all the way over here, get caught off by Bob because I didn't know where Bob was, then roll, disengage, which puts me over here. And at this point, you know, the decision should not be to rotate back through here. Yeah, I'm low. Yeah, I'm worried about the Ash Dynamite and whatnot. But there isn't really a world in which I live coming this way. So if I was going to make this really weird rotation like this, then I needed to just come this way. Like, I just need to fall over here and go for a really deep flip map sort of rotation there instead. But I just decided to go for mini because, you know, for whatever reason, I think I'm going to get out of there alive, but obviously it does not work. But the ultimate point is that if I had just rotated through here, would have seen Bob, would have taken shots at Ash, and then could have just disengaged this way, if that's what I wanted to do, which I think would have been better. So that was a mistake.
No time to waste.
How far are we into this game? Okay, good. We're tracking. We're good on time. It's about 8:30 now, so. We're all just trying to push. It's a nice ult from their Cassidy, because obviously this is our last attempt at a fight here on this point, so this ult essentially shuts him down. You know, and I can take a couple shots before I'm at risk of dying, but now I can't do anything else, so. Yeah, it was just a nice ult from their Cassidy, completely stopped our push here, and as a result, you know, their Diva gets to flank and go on this nice play back here. So if you watch what happens? Oh, well, now we can't engage. Now Diva's behind us. Arjuna's picked. We can't walk in, so they can walk in on us. Yeah, really nice noon from their Cassidy here. And I die, I get snared or whatever that thing's called. Yeah, it's a nice play from them.
Yeah, we're gonna need reinforcements.
Alright, so our ball has now switched to Rhine, which I like. Why do I like it? Well, I like it because if we can't consistently kill Ashe, who, by the way, has not died for a while, we need some way to close the distance on the Ashe, because the Ashe is by far the biggest threat. And if you don't believe me, take a look at the scoreboard right now. Look at this Ashe, 10.6 thousand damage, 21 and 3. 21 and 3, man. So this Ashe Mercy Pocket is very lethal to our team right now. And I'm saying this, by the way, in stream, that I'm glad we swapped to Rhine, because exactly why, exactly as I'm stating now, we just need a way to close the distance on this Ashe and deal with this Ashe. So yes, Ball can do that, obviously, but if Ball can't consistently do it and secure the pick on the Ashe, then he's going to need support from his team. And how do we get support from the team? We play a tank that takes forward space, takes space main to allow the team to walk forward together. So I was pretty pleased with this Rhine swap.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
There's no escape.
All right. So obviously we don't want to be up there right now. It's just, yeah, it's technically within Cass's effective range, but we know that their whole team is up here. So what am I going to add by being up here? I'm just going to be a liability for my supports and the rest of my team, right? It's just so easy for me to die up here. So easy. Now, maybe you could say that I could be maybe a little bit more aggressive and just kind of maybe peek around here just a little bit, just see what I see, and then be ready to disengage immediately. But even then, if they decide to push as a team and just completely shred my Rhine for whatever reason, then I'm cooked, right? Like if my Rhine is forced to get out, then I'm so dead. So I don't know, maybe I could have been a little bit more aggressive here, but I chose to instead watch this flank, because this is a really powerful position for them if anybody were to just decide to walk this way and walk back here, or have rotated over here. Like somebody needs to be over here. Now my soldier's over here, which I did not know. Now I know, but it's still like, I want them to walk into us instead of me walking into them, you know? Like they have to somehow be able to push around here, push through this, and then deal with all of us looking at them from here, which is significantly safer than us being up here. So my Rhine's doing fine. He's just kind of controlling that space a little bit because they can't walk into the Rhine. So yeah, I don't know. I think this position is fine. It's kind of a wild sort of silver bullet there. Look at what this Ashe is doing. Why do we roll there? We roll to dodge dynamite. It's just not something that I want to deal with. I don't want to take that damage, right? Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Really nice shots from Ashe. Could I have played that any better? Probably. Yep, so I'm turning this corner expecting to see Ashe over here. I'm wrong. So I have to make a quick adjustment. Now, fortunately, she misses her first shot. By the way, I'm swinging this corner. This wide, and I don't have roll. So let's take a look at it again from my perspective. Okay, there's the Ashe. We rolled a dodge dynamite. Now, remember how I jiggle peeked and like watched angles and whatnot? I'm kind of doing that here. I'm not jiggling quite as much, but as you can see, my attention and my focus is here right now. I don't see anybody, so now we're starting to look over here. But the problem is I should recognize that more likely than not, there are people right here, and at some point they're going to turn that corner and swing, right? They're going to swing me. So although I'm shifting my attention and my focus to the next angle where presumably I see somebody, I think it's a mistake because the reality dictates that I just need to be patient on watching here, and as a result, this Ashe swings, gets a free shot on me, which thankfully she misses, and then yeah, she just hits another nice shot. So I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe I think probably the objectively correct play here is thank God she misses this first shot, because if she doesn't miss that first shot, I'm dead no matter what. But then she hits that shot, and then my roll comes back right now, and like I have the tiniest window of opportunity to roll there, and I think that's probably the only thing I can do, because I just swung too wide originally. I swung too wide because now she has shot, and I'm still kind of playing pretty far out in the open here. Still do not have roll, and yeah, I just can't make it back. So yeah, so basically just starting with swinging right here is really the only correct play. This went too far. That was so wild. I don't know what I'm doing mechanically there. This kind of sucks. I stagger myself. Why do I stagger myself? I don't know. Honestly, that's such a wild shot. That's horrible. You know, as soon as I see this, obviously my Ryan's not going to survive this. So I think I should just go in and die with him. It sucks because I just spent this entire time walking back. But like, I'm not going to live this, most likely. And if I am, I need to leave now. Like, I need to leave earlier. I need to leave earlier. But I just end up staggering myself for an extra couple of seconds. It's so sad. I think I catch a wave respawn with Ryan, so I don't know if it matters so much, but still. The principle of it, you know? Okay, I'm just gonna preface this so that I'm still unfamiliar about how this ult works. Well, not how it works, but specifically like how people play around it, as well as the duration of the ult. So I'm just gonna preface that. So I swing this Ashe thinking I'm totally fine, and then the ult goes down. And I'm caught out. I mean, at least we have Juno ult, which, by the way, really nice play from my supports to stagger and, well, stack, technically. Stack-ish, kind of. I don't know. They time it so that, you know, Mizuki's ult goes down and Juno's ult comes out. Really nice play from my supports here. But, you know, I was not aware of the short duration of Mizuki's ult and swing at the worst possible time. And I die for it. So that death is from me not knowing ults yet. I'm going to defend myself a little bit there.
Oh, try a little harder.
Next, flashpoint.
For the Crusaders!
This made me so happy when I saw this, because I was like, yes, we're just building momentum. My Ryan sees something. My Ryan sees that we can just win, so we're going, and we sure enough, we do. I have no idea what this Steve is thinking. You know, kind of bad mechanics here, if I'm being honest. Like, watch these flicks.
Nerf this.
See how wild this is? How is that even a headshot? I don't know.
Nerf this.
Like, this is just, I don't know, it's just kind of wild. It's not clean at all.
Get along now.
Okay, they have a Hanzo now. We need to match tank's intention here. So my tank wide swings and plays really aggressive, forces whoever out. So need to swing to match the tank's intention. I'm not really in a great position to do it. It's not really my range. Now, once again, I kind of wish my soldier and I had swapped places. You know, Soldier's kind of playing just main, where I'm kind of playing the flanks and the off angles, when it really should just kind of be reversed, you know? Because if I was up there on that corner as this Rhine is swinging in through here, then I'm a lot more effective. But because I'm all the way back here, like, I'm just doing chip damage, you know? But now my Soldier's over there, so now I'm happy with my Soldier's positioning. But now there's not really an opportunity for me to do anything. I obviously don't want to really walk forward here, because then I'm just exposing myself on low ground, and, you know, trying to disengage from this position down here is a lot harder than disengaging from up here. So, you know, I'm just kind of being patient at this point, anticipating the Ashe to walk through this doorway, because the last I knew, Ashe is taking shots from main. And if I'm this Ashe player, by the way, if I'm this Ashe player, I'm not walking main here. Now, maybe I am, because my Hanzo is going left side. But somebody, either this Hanzo or this Ashe, if I'm one of them, I'm walking over here. I'm definitely walking over here. So I'm watching that right now, anticipating some sort of play from their team, but nobody comes through here, and I can hear both their Hanzo and their Ashe firing from main. So I'm like, oh, well, now what? And now what do I do? So I back up a little bit further. We're backing up a little further because my Rhino has given up a little bit of space, because he has to. He has to. We just don't have enough sustain on the front line here to really hold them off. So he's just playing his corner, which is totally fine. So I'm backing up here as well, because I don't want to get pushed. But also, why? Because I have Noon. So Noon would really prevent them from pushing. Problem is, now I have a Hanzo staring at me. So do I really want to take that engagement? Absolutely not. And what do I tell you guys when I say you're going up against a Hanzo or whatever or anything? Just don't fight that. Like, especially if it's like, if they're at range, if they have range on you and they're staring at you, don't repeat that angle. Don't stay there. Move. Go do something else. And it's not, you know, it's not like do as I say, not what I do. No, this is literally what I do against a Hanzo or a Widow or similar. Is I'm scared of the Hanzo. I'm legitimately scared. I don't want to get logged. I just want to live, you know? So we switch it up a little bit. We don't see the Hanzo anymore. But now we hear the Hanzo. So now I'm kind of forcing this engagement, right? Because this Hanzo's over here. Is there anything else I could have done? Yeah, I guess I could have continued to disengage and rotate out this way, and then maybe been here to help my Rhine. But that would be a lot of downtime, and my Hanzo and their Hanzo's on my angle, and he's in a much more favorable position for me to fight him than if he's over here. So I think it's fine to take this engagement on Hanzo. So we're listening, but apparently completely forgetting that Hanzo can wall climb, because he catches me off guard here. And I die. So this was poorly played from me. It's fine to fight this Hanzo, but if we're going to do it, we need to be aggressive. Like, we need to be walking forward, you know, trying to bait a shot or listen to what he's doing. Maybe roll to catch him off guard and take a shot. You know, it needs to be sort of an aggressive play, because this is not the best for me to fight, only because of this right here. And as you can see why, he's just able to wall climb, and I have, you know, I don't really have any information on where he's going to wall climb, or if he even is going to at all. So I divert my focus from this Hanzo, which, by the way, you shouldn't do. If somebody's on your angle, you should fight them. And then on top of that, just get, you know, basically flanked almost in a way from this Hanzo. So that was poor. The other thing I could have done is if I wanted to be maybe a little bit sneakier or just take a different angle, of course, could have just come over here and tried to flank the Hanzo. Could have come this way, which, I don't know, maybe it would have been fine. Maybe it's just as good. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's worse. I don't really know. You want to see something crazy? This Hanzo is about to die. Like, literally, like, half a second away from death here. And not even getting, like, no joke. 3 health. And out of nowhere, out of nowhere. Oh man, like how does Beam even go that far? Does she have? Is that a perk? Is that a perk of Mercy? It might be, right? What is it? No, it's not. But it's just, oh man, it doesn't get more perfect than that. If I'm that Hanzo, I am obsessed with that Mercy for the rest of the game. I'm not even kidding. I have no idea what the Ashe was doing. That was so crazy. Well, actually, I do know. I know exactly what's happening. Value of angles, guys. Values of taking different positions. Why is this Ashe just standing here, shooting at Mizuki? Because he's on an angle, and this Ashe is so hyper-focused and tunnel-visioned on him that she completely ignores what's happening around her. And it's just because he went on an angle, right? If he's walking with the rest of his team, if he's coming down this way, then this Ashe is never going to be distracted like this. She's never going to make this mistake. But she's looking over here because my Mizuki decided to take a nice angle, a nice flank. And that really enables our team to capitalize on that. It's probably a waste. So, I mean, it's just kind of a waste. Like, we just killed 3 of them. Technically, when I popped the ult, the third person had just died, right? Like, right now, he dies. So, there were still 3 alive. But still, I think it's kind of a waste, right? Like, our team is positioned up, walking forward, and they're all running away. Their enemy team is running away, so... wasn't really a need for that. And it probably would have been a lot nicer to have later in the next fight. Now, Hanzo still gets away, right? So there's still a Hanzo somewhere. It's fine to walk up there with Ryan because my Ryan wanted to get aggressive, so obviously we play off Ryan. And there's the Hanzo. It's criminal if that second flash didn't hit him there. But I feel comfortable walking and doing this because, hey, guess what? I'm not alone. I think he may have just escaped LOS from that. I don't know. He may have just escaped LOS. I obviously don't want to engage on that Hanzo because it would put me in the same situation I was in last time where he has a bunch of vertical space that you can just climb over. So in my mind, we forced him out, and that's a perfect opportunity for just me to go on a different rotation, while maintaining a presence on this Hanzo so that if he decides to re-peek and take this angle again, I am now better stationed and equipped to deal with it. Like, I don't have to use a bunch of time and abilities and whatnot to go pressure him out again. As you can see, and it sets me up in a pretty nice angle to watch over main as well, so my Ryan hits a nice shatter and I'm able to help with that ram. And then I hear Hanzo shooting, so what do? We just, may as well, right? The tank's dead, let's get aggressive, and this Hanzo gets caught in his animation, which makes my life pretty easy. But watch the patience here. We're not shooting, we're just waiting for the Hanzo to fall into the crosshair. So we're not turning this corner and immediately just coming wild. We're stopping, we're standing still, we're waiting. Obviously, this Hanzo's not going to kill me right now. So I have time. I have time for this shot. And we take that time and we kill the Hanzo. Easy peasy. Alright, folks. Well, that was pretty well timed. It's now 8:54, and I'm going to head to work here in about 5-10 minutes. So I'll get this uploaded and published hopefully this morning, but that's Cass on Suravasa at Masters level. So hopefully that was a little bit educational, a little bit helpful. There are definitely some mistakes, but compared to the Route 66 Ashe VOD, I definitely felt like I played a lot better in terms of positioning. So yeah, I don't know. Real quick before I head out, as I've been trying to do at the end of these VODs, real quick disclaimer: if you want free coaching for yourself, just join the website. Links in the description, coachnewofeasy.com. It's completely free. You do not need an account with me. You just need a Battle.net account. So if you play Overwatch, you can access my website. Free coaching. Check it out. No obligation to do anything, but if you're curious, it's there. Also, I did want to mention real quick, there was a bug on the website that I think I fixed where basically new users to the website would have their dashboard locked. And this was a safeguard in place back when my website was in early testing days and whatnot, because I didn't want just random people to join and then be like, wow, what the heck is this? And break things essentially. So I had a restriction that new users would just be locked out and I would have to approve it manually once I was ready. So that kind of carried over, I guess, I think. So I believe I fixed that. So if you go to join, you should have access to your dashboard by default. But if you don't, there is a contact page. You can reach out to me, get in touch with me. And there should also be a button that allows you to request access to the dashboard, which will also just shoot me an email saying, hey, so-and-so requested dashboard access, and I'll see that and I'll grant it when I can. But hopefully that shouldn't even be necessary. Hopefully you have it by default. So anyways, if you made it to the end, thanks for watching, of course. And I'll see you guys in the next review. All right, later.